Okay, hey everybody. So I'm going to tell you just a little bit about me for those of you that don't know me. So I signed up and sent out cards August 2nd of 2004. So that was a little bit a while ago. Back then, it wasn't $3.95 to join. It was actually $7.99 to join. Back then, we didn't have any custom cards. We had about 200 cards in our entire database. Now we have like 70,000. And you could choose blue and black fonts. Now you can choose any color of the rainbow that you want, including purple or pink. But the neat thing was, a guy told me about the system, and I was a web and graphics designer, and I was already doing custom cards for my clients for all different kinds of occasions, and also for myself personally for Christmas cards. I would send out cards every year with pictures of my kids on them and on the front of them and things like that. So I thought, oh, this is really cool, because I would buy like a stack of 5,000 from my wholesale printer, you know, and then we didn't eat at the kitchen table for 4 months because we had cards on the table, and you know, the kids were enlisted to help put all the mailing labels and things on all the cards. And so it was a perfect answer for me. So I signed up, and back then to be a customer was like $300. And I was like, as much time as it's gonna save me, it's a no-brainer. So, but the first 3 people I told about this really cool tool, they wanted to sign up. But they saw the vision, which I didn't care about at the time. I was doing pretty well with my web and graphics design business, so I wasn't worried about it. But they wanted to be distributors. And so I was like, well, how much money would I make if I got the referral fees off those people instead of the person that told me? So I checked into that, so I upgraded my account first just so I could get those referral fees. So, but anyway, so long story short, I worked the business very part-time at the beginning. I have 4 children, and I volunteer taught at my kids' Christian school for several years, and my husband was a police officer. And fast forward a little bit, he had back surgery that didn't go well and was out of work for a few years, and so I had to get a full-time job to have insurance to cover for him and help him, plus take him to therapy every day, plus teach the kids at the school every day. And so, like what Steve said, you know, talk about busy, I was scheduled 6 a.m. to midnight every day of the week, including weekends. So, so yeah, people can't tell me about being busy. So, but I still work the business. Still very part-time, of course, especially during that time. But I still, whenever I had the opportunity, I would just share it with people. And that's simply it. Don't sell it. I just shared what the cool tool was that I was using and would tell people how it could help them. And so then after my husband got better and he went back to work, and I was able to started homeschooling my children and traveling with Send Out Cards more, and so that is what I love to do. I love being around people and the positivity and going to all the meetings and things. So yes, I like to go to all the meetings whenever I can. So, but through those times, you know, your income can grow if you consistently share it. That's the key. You know, the don't quit. You know, I had times where, you know, I was so busy, but I still shared it with people, even here and there. You know, of course, the more you open your mouth, the more money you can make, the quicker you can make it, right? But as long as you keep opening that mouth, you know, you can end up making more money. So I'm going to show you just a few of the custom cards that I've designed for people. So this is one of my neighbors. They actually rent the property. My husband's uncle has about 350 acres of land across the street from us. And these people have moved into that house and they rent it. So this is one of their babies. So this is a custom card that I made for them. And so it's just a sample of what you could do like for a baby announcement. This one, like Theta mentioned about a dog. This is a neat story. My mom was a massage therapist and reflexologist. And my mom's passion was helping people. And so one of her clients is in a wheelchair, and she couldn't have children, so she had dogs. And a lot of times she couldn't get out of the house, so my mom would go to her house to help her. And she went out to her house one day, and mom took care of her and everything, and then she was going out to the car, and the lady was in her wheelchair and went out to the car with her, and one of the dogs ran out, Cadbury, and he ran out too quick and ran in the road, and back country roads, car came by, didn't even stop. And anyway, so Mom told me the story and told me the type of dog it was, and so I knew the lady also. My kids had swam at her pool and things like that, so my mom was always really close to her clients. So I created this card. That's not her dog. I just Googled for the dog, and Mom told me about a couple other dogs she had, so I kind of Googled those, and I sent the card to her from my mom's account from my mom. And funny thing is, I was supposed to tell my mom about it, and I forgot because I got busy. And so, but the lady called my mom crying and told her about this card, and of course, and she knew that I did it for my mom anyway, but but she said she kept that card in her Bible till the day she passed away last year. So, and this was several years ago when we sent that card, so that was a neat thing of just, a card can make a difference. That's what I always say. This is a card of a friend of mine. He's a real estate agent out where I live, and his son plays soccer. And so he posted a bunch of pictures of the team. They won lots of games or won this game, and posted lots of pictures of him having fun. And so I just took a bunch of pictures, stole them off Facebook, downloaded them, uploaded them to a card, used some of our clip art, and all this is just from our system, the background and everything from the element section. And I just sent it to him, and I said, "Hey, Lincoln, great job. Keep on winning for your team," and so sent him this card with some brownies and said, "Don't let Daddy have a brownie." But anyway, so just made it cute, Here's another one. It's a baby announcement. This one's kind of neat too. This is a family that was in our church for a while, and they moved away, and they had a baby, so I created this card and sent it to them, and then the husband contacted me and asked me if he could have a copy of 30 of the cards so he could send out to other people for their baby announcement. So I was able to provide that for him very simply because I already had it. So this is a picture of my pastor and his family. Yes, they have 11 kids. They're all theirs. And so, but they did a Happy New Year card because their oldest was at the first year at college. So, but this was a 3-panel card. So that was, the top was the front, and then the inside, and then his little note on the side. This is a wedding card that I did for someone. So there's at the top, it was her thank you cards that she sent out. So the top, pictures from her wedding. So, people that send the thank you cards, the traditional thank you cards, people will save them for a while. I mean, your mom's probably going to save it forever, but, your 5th cousin down the road, they might save it for a year or 2 or whatever, and then when it's time to declutter, it's going to go in the trash, right? This isn't going to go in the trash because it's got pictures of the family. And then really the bride saves money on the photographer because she gets everybody pictures, right? This is a good friend of mine in Vegas. They own a tiger rescue. And so this is Kayla and her husband. And so this is their custom Christmas card that I designed for them. They're my customers, and they send out cards every year. And so these are pictures of some of the family that they take care of on the property. This is my Christmas card last year. And so I always do custom Christmas cards. I take a picture of our family. We get some pictures done. That's my oldest son and his fiance, my youngest son Mason that's here, my 19-year-old daughter now, and then I actually have another daughter that's 28 that lives in Colorado now. This is my daughter's orthodontist, and so this is a custom card that I made for them. This is a real estate agent on my team, and I custom created this card for her. And this is another custom card I created for them. This is another real estate agent on my team, and she works for another real estate agency, and another custom card that I created for her. This is a couple. This is a neat story. So, what was it? 2014? I forget when. Anyway, so a year or 2 ago, we had a Treat 'em Right in Knoxville, Tennessee. Cody was coming to town, and so it was my job to find the cool gift to give him for coming to Tennessee. So I was trying to figure out what we wanted to give him and trying to figure things out. So I decided I was going to get him a belt. So I got him a custom belt with eagle on it, and it had a little belt buckle, and it says number 1 with the eagle wings on it, because he always says A1 eagles on the plane, you know. And so anyway, this guy owns the business that and created the custom belt for me. And so as I was there telling him what I wanted on the belt and different ideas, his to-be wife, his fiance at the time, was there also, and she was like, so what is it exactly that you do? So I was telling her about it. She's like, could we use those for wedding announcements or invitations? Absolutely. So I custom created this. This is her wedding invitation. And so it's a picture of their engagement picture, and then some pictures. He's also a drummer. So just some pictures of them having fun, and then their invitation. And then she wanted her wedding thank you cards for after the wedding to match her invitation. So this is the wedding thank you cards that I designed with a picture of them at the wedding and some pictures from the wedding. And then I left a little spot blank in there, and we put in a little background, and then she wrote in her personal message and sent it to each person. So
I like if I work.
So anyway, does anybody have any questions or anything for me?
Yes. You do a great job. The question I have is, when you're showing people that want to use them in their business, do they look at those and say, oh my God, I couldn't do that, it would take too much? Do you get anything like that?
Sometimes, not too often. If they want to learn how to do it, it's really simple, and I'll show them when we send out a card. I usually show people how to send out 2 cards. 1 card, we send it fast. And I don't show them a whole lot of things through it because I want them to see how fast you can do it. I don't want them to think it's going to take me an hour and a half to send each card. And then I'll let them send a second card, and I'll show them some different of the templates and the elements and things, and how simple it is to just drag and drop. And so how easy they can do it, and they can see that, and they can see that it's simple for them to do. Yeah.
What is your, give me the 2 examples of your lead-in or prospecting phrase for business owners?
It depends on who I'm talking to, but I do talk to a lot of people in business that have like some sort of traditional business. And so like that I meet through networking meetings and things. And so I will just tell them, you know, do you have a tool to follow up with your customers and clients? And they say yes or no. So if they say yes, I ask them what it is. If it's not send out cards, then I ask them if I can take a few minutes to share with them a thing that I think that will help them out. And if they don't have send out cards, then I say the same thing.
I know how busy you've been and heard your story. Would you say that spending the money for this and incorporating it in your incredibly busy life that you've had, because I hear that all the time, I don't have time to do this. And, you know, then I see where they've been on Facebook for hours and whatever. But would you say, yes, this was really worth it, I would not change a thing? Would you say that?
Yes, oh yes, absolutely. I honestly, seriously, I could not imagine where I would be today 11 years ago. I just seriously could not imagine it. Some of you that know me a little bit more know a little bit more about my story, but I seriously could not imagine where I would be today. Tell you just really quick, I lost my husband in a car wreck 2.5 years ago. Send out cards helps take care of me and my family, very much so. And it's only because I worked it very part-time while being a mom to 4 kids and homeschooling and volunteer teaching at our Christian school and taking care of my husband and doing all the things that us moms do with our 100 jobs, right, really?
And she's a crazy pet owner too.
Yes, I am a crazy pet owner too. I have a dog, I have 5 cats, and yes.
Are you transitioning now to just send out cards, or are you still doing like your web and graphic and other things?
Yeah, I haven't, I maintain my web and graphics design clients that I've had in the past. Any new clients I'm really not taking, I'm referring them out to other people that I know how to do that can give their time to those clients.
Because you're at a point now where send out cards is